And let's get into it. I will say though, it's a little surprising that we're seeing Z0nyX here in this bracket, because I was very sure this was supposed to be the North America bracket. It's alright though.
It's okay. It's okay. They live in Paris, Texas.
Yep, Paris, Texas. Of course, Kumaki was released very recently. Has been making a big surge in the workshop community. A lot of people picked her up, and JH with their classic Goose really made a name for themselves using this character. So we will be seeing a little bit of Kumaki's plus state here in play. Of course, her gimmick is she wins more when she's winning and she loses more when she's losing, if I have a good understanding of it.
Yes, so yeah, Kumaki basically, if she hits more, she gets into a plus state. She loses if she doesn't hit more, she goes into minus state. Plus state makes it to where she gets more damage. Some of her like specials are enhanced with like a few other like added things, like side D can like tilt, cancel into tilts, I believe. When meanwhile minus state makes it to where you're slower and like your projectile isn't as big. It's like always gonna be like big, slow, and also like tiny. So moral of the story: just match with the character. Don't like go in minus state.
Pretty good summary. Thank you for that. And of course, Goose has a lot of trapping with their walkie-talkie taken straight from the Untitled Goose game. So I think we may be seeing that JH keeps getting zoned out because I'll be honest. I think Kumaki is one of the few characters in this game that's like an actual sortie. You know, we have a lot of rushdowns. We have a lot of. What is RCS? I actually don't know what it stands for.
It's Rivals Championship Series.
Right. It's an online tournament that gets held every once in a while. Sweaty workshop. Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, Kumaki can kind of just do a lot of things too, because unlike a few other sorties within Workshop, Kumaki has a lot of like moves that kind of don't have as much lag compared to other sorties. So she can kind of just like throw them out. He's a lot easier compared to others.
It's a very, very powerful character to contend with, I gotta say. It makes sense though. She got that protagonist privilege.
Protagonist privilege, yeah. Well, Untitled Goose is the protagonist too.
That's true. We're seeing a this is a clash of heroes, I guess. If you would call Goose a hero. I keep seeing a lot of really high pressure approaches from Z0nyX. But JH is keeping out pretty well, all things considered. There goes the two walkie-talkies, though. Oh, sorry, Ambi. I think links might not be allowed in this chat. If you go to the page, there you can see the full collection of characters. There's the person I'm commentating with actually made the full roster image. It was very nice.
Yeah. I believe there's like a Twitter link. You can also find that too.
And that'll take game 1. Z0nyX wins. And we're gonna be seeing. Oh, really? Okay. Well, I wasn't expecting these two stages to be picked twice.
How long did it take me to make the roster image? I want to say like 4 days, maybe. I think the longest part was actually drawing them all, but the coloring part was pretty easy. I got that done like overnight.
It turned out really nice. I don't know if I ever told you, but I'm sure, and I'm sure a lot of people told you this, but it came out really nice.
Thank you. Yeah.
Let's move on to game 2 of this set. we're staying the same characters, but we're going to Spirit Tree. Which might actually be a good choice for Z0nyX, because Kumaki kills really well off the top. As we're seeing, lots of up airs. But hopefully that won't stop JH from getting their game plan up.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, unfortunately, that second walkie just went out at the wrong time. What Goose can do is set up for pretty powerful attacks by honking into the walkie-talkies. Thank you, Ruber, for this awesome character.
By honking. Oh, wait.
As seen,
okay.
as seen. The parry to strong confirm will take the first stock though. And there's that up air that I mentioned earlier. Hey Ruber! Thanks. Thanks for typing honk in chat.
Yo, can I get a honk in the chat, please?
We get some honks in chat. Oh, nicely done with a setup there. It seems like Z0nyX just really can't take the pressure that JH is putting out with these two infamous walkie-talkies. But I already know, in Z0nyX's mind, they plan on taking it back, you know? They've made a pretty substantial percent. They've come back from having a pretty high percent disadvantage. Oh, I didn't even see what happened.
Might have been a bit of poor DI on the fair, I think. Is that a move?
Perhaps.
Or maybe that's side B. I think it's actually side B.
Is it the trash can lid? I'm pretty sure that's side B.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, that almost could have been really bad for JH. They still have the stock lead, but an SD there could have been really bad. The top blast zone playing a big part in Z0nyX's game plan, it seems. Of course, now that it's turn nights, things are about to get a little bit more interesting.
Oh, yeah, parry.
Seems like Z0nyX is looking for some bit of advantage to take, you know, full advantage of, but JH just keeps on walling him off, predicting his landing aerials, and just like that, we got a Goose dub, guys.
Honk.
He did not just say that. How many characters are here, and is there any way to request and add characters? Well, there are actually a few characters. Let me go.
Are you referring to like RCS?
I think they're referring to RCS. Let me go see the amount of characters that are legal right now. There are a total of 50, and no, you can't request to add characters because it's determined by the TOs behind the bracket. They determine the roster. Yeah. But yeah, you know, a lot of people have been bringing up a lot of weekly tournaments that you can suggest to. It's not guaranteed that any character that'll be added, but
my favorite is Spampton's Thursday sweepstakes or whatever.
Right? Yeah, the roster me and the FTL guys run. It's a weekly where the roster is kind of determined by Monopoly money. It's pretty fun. And then there's a lot of other competitive-oriented ones. Anyways, enough of that. Let's get into the third round. sticking to Spirit Tree. I'm a bit surprised. I'm sure this was JH's stage pick, but I didn't think they would go back to Spirit Tree.
Yeah, it's interesting. Maybe it's because, like, Spirit Tree also kind of benefits Goose in a way, too. They have a lot of 90-degree angles.
That's true. I'm sure the 2 side platforms are pretty good with the walkies.
Mm-hmm.
The landing hitbox of F Special will, of course, catch whoever's below it off guard. Gives JH ample time to set up their walkies. Oh, and the reverse hitbox of F Special will kill. Always, like I said, always catches people off guard. I'm sure the people in the Goose's universe are always caught off guard when this thing shows up and starts stealing things.
That was a steal.
Ooh. Upstrong won't quite kill there.
Kumaki looking almost in plus state here.
See, oh yeah, you're right. It looks like we're about to see plus state Kumaki.
Unless
Not if JH has anything to say about it though.
Oh, there we go. Another thing too, so when Kumaki approaches the opponent, her gauge increases, but if she runs away from the opponent, her gauge decreases.
I did not know that. That's really cool. That's a creative take on the plus state.
Yeah. So one thing you technically could do is, like, if you die to Kumaki who's in plus state, and they still have plus state going on, you can just stay on your starting platform and wait for plus state to go away.
That's true. Not a lot of meters like that can be taken advantage of by staying up in spawn plat because they specifically they're coded not to decrease while people are in spawn. But you know, it makes sense with this one. I didn't notice it, but JH is actually down a stock. It seems like Z0nyX has found the template that they need to get around these Goose's contraptions.
I love the JH throwing out Upstrong whenever he can.
He's clearly looking for a kill here, and I assume Upstrong would do it, but Z0nyX just isn't gonna take it.
Oh, there's plus state again.
We're gonna see a lot more aggression from Kumaki. This might be it. No, not yet. Ooh, and the power forward air will kill. Z0nyX takes the set.